I told you in that time that I wasn't doing creepy book clubs for a while. I was reading a lot. So yes, we have another creepy book club for you already. So today we're going to be talking about In a Dark, Dark Wood by Ruth Ware. Hey there, creepy peeps, and welcome to another creepy book club. This is like a mystery, crime, thriller type thing. Maybe not crime, but definitely a mystery, thriller, horror type book that takes place just over like a couple of days at a hen party or a bachelorette party. So our protagonist, Nora, is a writer herself. She's an author, a crime author, and she lives a very like not isolated, but very like lonely kind of life. She enjoys it. She lives by herself in just like this one room apartment. She does her thing, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she gets an invitation to a hen party for one of her old friends from high school who she has not talked to in like years. So her and her other friend from school, Nina, kind of decide like, you know, if one will go, then the other will go. Like, they both really don't want to go, but they're like, if you're gonna go, I'll go. So they go, and it's very strange. It's put on by, well, the character who the hen party is for, Claire. You get the idea that she's a very like manipulative person. She's kind of like perfect, that sort of thing. Everyone wants to be her friend. So the hen party is being thrown by her university friend Flo, who is very off, and you can tell like right off the get-go, like very obsessed with Claire. So it's just a very small hen party. There's two other people there besides Flo, Nina, Nora, and of course Claire. There's only two other people there. I mean, it's all very strange. They go out to this glass house owned by Flo's aunt in the middle of the woods, and they're gonna spend the weekend. And you know, it's all very tense because there's like some history with Claire and Nora, and Claire reveals that she will be marrying James, who is Nora's ex from high school, or whatever they call the equivalent of like high school in the UK. I have no idea. But that was her ex from high school, and he's kind of the reason why she lives the way she does now. They reveal it later in the book, and I won't talk about it. So you can, if you decide to read it, you can find out for yourself. But something happened between them two, causing her to not drop out of school, but she came back for her exams and then just left, you know. So something very serious happened between them two. So it's a big like kind of smack in the face for Nora when she gets there and finds out that that's who Claire is marrying. Yeah. So like I said, I'm not really good at describing the summary of books, but that's what this is about. That's what it's about. Yeah. And then of course, something very tragic happens. Should I reveal it? No, I'm not gonna reveal it. Somebody gets killed. I'll say that. Somebody gets killed, so then it turns into kind of like a whodunit. And you get this very, very familiar, we've seen it many times, conflict within Nora. Like, is she crazy? Like, all the evidence is pointing to her having done this, her having committed this crime. So it turns into like, did she actually do this? And is her mind just suppressing it? So she doesn't know that she did it? Is it sort of like a dual personality kind of thing? Or is somebody setting her up and somebody else at the bachelorette party do this? So it kind of turns into that. And then of course with a surprise ending, that sort of thing. That's why I'm not gonna spoil anything, because you know, you're just gonna read it and let it happen to you, because Ruth Ware, the author, Ruth Ware, does a very, very good job of building up suspense in this. Normally I would just put up a spoiler warning and give away the ending, but I don't want to give away anything, because she does like I said, she does a really good job of building up suspense. I would say that the big reveal at the end isn't as surprising as like the reviews on the back here would have you believe. That's not to say it's not good, like it's like a flop ending. It makes sense. Like it just makes sense. So, you know, when it gets revealed who it is, and then we have like our little explanation as to like why they did this, it just makes sense. You're like, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense that this happened. So it's just not like, it's not super shocking. It's not super shocking. But her build-up is really good. Like, it's like you can read, it's almost like I was like reading this casually, like in the start, and then once things started to get stranger and stranger, it was like I kept reading faster and faster and faster and faster. Like I just really had to, it really was like the buildup of suspense. Like started off slow and casual, comfortable, and then I just got faster and faster and faster and faster until we got to the, until I got to the climax. Like I just had to keep reading and reading and reading and reading. So that was really cool. I think that's always awesome when a book can do that for you, where you have no soundtrack, no buildup of music or anything like that, no quick shots to get you kind of like energized like that. So it's cool when a book can do that for me. So yeah. And she does make it very, very hard to tell whether somebody else is doing this to Nora or Nora is just maybe a little bit off. I mean, when you look at her character, she lives by herself, and she's never dated anybody after James. So you kind of think like, she could be a bit obsessive, a bit paranoid, that sort of thing. Like maybe there's some sort of like schizophrenia going on here. So she sets it up really well so that whatever the ending could have been, it would have made sense. Like she sets it up in a way that there are multiple avenues this ending could have taken and it would have made sense. So cool. 10 out of 10. Do recommend In a Dark, Dark Wood by Ruth Ware. And I think she has another one kind of like similar to this coming out soon. The Woman in Cabin 10. And I don't know, like that sounds kind of creepy, and the cover art looks kind of creepy in that as well. It says it's coming out in July next month. Hey! So I will more than likely be picking that up to check out when it comes out. So if you've read In a Dark, Dark Wood, let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about it. And as always, feel free to leave suggestions for future creepy book clubs, and just future Weird Wednesdays in general. So yeah, if you did enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more of my face and hear more of my voice. And thank you if you're subscribed already. Until next time, stay strange. This is about it's like see, when it comes to describing books, I'm just not good at it.